just be. I'm making a video that I should have made a while ago. I'm starting back this channel. I should have started a while ago. I know that there's people out there that feel how I feel and don't have anyone to talk to, like for real, for real. Another thing, nobody knows I'm doing this channel. I'm super happy about that because nobody I know except for my friend that I call my sister, Kiva, go follow her. Because nobody knows, I'm able to freely talk. I'm able to freely talk, and that makes me feel good. So, what I'm going to talk about today, doing what God told you to do, doing what you feel and you know to be right, but more so, like more important, doing what God told you to do. And when others around you don't understand that, that's annoying. So for me, I am in my bathroom, that's fine. I need to get this word out, period. For my story, you guys are like my diary, amen. It was the strongest feeling in the world. God told me to move. God confirmed it with me first. I guess I will do a when God tells you to move story. But this is not that. This kind of intertwines with it. But God confirmed it with me first, and then he confirmed it with my husband. Like, all of this was a year ago. Did not know how it was going to happen, y'all. Did not know how he was going to do it. Did not know how anything was going to really come to pass. When I found, okay, so long story short, like I said, I will do a whole how God moved us states away story. But when I moved from Georgia, when I told my family that I was moving, I told them like 2 days before we were moving. And it's like, why did you tell them 2 days before you were moving? It's like, because that's when I found out that I was actually physically moving. I found out 2 days before, and I told them when I found out. If anybody's watching this that's a mother and your daughter or son moved, or your grandchildren moved away, don't disown them because of that. My mom did not disown me, by the way. I'm just saying, I feel like other family members did in my family. Don't disown them. Trust that when God told them to do it, trust God. Like, move them out the way and be like, God, you know what you're doing. And it kind of hurts because I moved and I feel like people in my family that my kids are even close with won't even talk to me because of this move. And it's crazy because, I live here now. I live in my new state. Love it. I live in Texas now. I feel so peaceful, y'all. I feel so at peace. I feel so, man, for so many reasons. Like, I will get into the differences between Georgia and Texas. But I feel so at peace. And I wish that my family was happy for me. I wish that, somebody in my family, I wrote a letter and it was like really like very intense, like just really being raw and being very open and showing in this letter, telling them, hey, like the behind the scenes of it. Like, God told us to move, not, oh, I'm moving because I want to. No, like, God told us to move, like all this stuff, like really opening up. And when I actually open up and tell people that I'm close with God, if I tell you that and you're close to me, that God told me to move, if I'm telling you that and you're close to me, I just opened you up. Like, I opened me up to you. And it's up to you to take my vulnerable energy, if you will, and nurture it and not like slap it. I was looking for support in that moment. You know, I'm kind of taking notes on this because for my daughter and my son, they grow up and want to move somewhere I've never been before, like Montana or Wyoming. If they want to move far, if they want to move to Japan, and they tell me, and obviously they gotta have a relationship with God, and they tell me God told me to do this, I really want you to support it. I don't know why God is placing me here, but He told me I'm gonna have to just, I love you, I'll pray through it. You're an adult, I love you, I won't disown you. Because the thing is, when family members disown you because of decisions that you made that God told you to do for you and your family, it makes them feel isolated and alone. So like in this season right now, other than God, my husband, and my kids, I really do feel alone. I really do feel like I don't have anybody that understands me. It's like I almost, and I had to correct myself, I almost felt like I love it here. Like, bro, like I love Texas. Like, I lived here before too, but that's another story. I love it here. I love it here. This is home for me, okay? It almost made me feel like guilty to enjoy myself here. Like, oh, you shouldn't be happy here. You're eating the best food that you've ever eaten in your life. You're going to see all these different places and the people are super nice. You shouldn't be enjoying yourself because people back home, they mad at you. That's what I was starting to feel. And growing up, I have this thing where I was a people pleaser to my family, to the point where if it didn't make you happy, I'm not doing it. Like, my identity was in my family. My identity was in what they thought about me, what they thought was wrong, what they thought I should be doing. My identity is, if they think I should do it, I'll do it. If they don't think just to keep the peace. I never stopped to think, what do I want to do? Because the slight moment that I started to think, what do I want to do? I know it was way different, always. I know it was way different from what they wanted me to do. So I always quiet the voices in my head. But now in my life, in my 30 plus age, that I'm starting to live life and do what I want to do. And it's so funny, guys, because it's not even like a rebel. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy. Like, I'm not hurting anybody. I still love God. I'm very morally right. Like, I'm doing everything, for the most part, I would say, by the Bible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even doing anything reckless. But it's because I'm living where you don't want me to live. Because I'm doing this. And it's like I'm really walking in living my life the way I want to. And I'm gonna keep it real. That looks like my kids are young, but my daughter starts kindergarten. Me homeschooling. I'm absolutely homeschooling. I've wanted to homeschool since the moment I got pregnant with my first child. I've always wanted to do this, right? Since knowing I'm about to be a mother. I've always wanted to do it. So in my family, that's being a rebel. Me wanting to homeschool, I know my parents, my siblings are gonna think that I am crazy, okay? I'm crazy because I moved to another state because I said God told me to move there. I'm crazy because I want to homeschool. I'm just crazy because I'm going against the grain of my family. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel very isolated, alone, but I know I'm not. That's why I'm making this video. I know I'm not. There's gotta be somebody else, at least one person. There's gotta be somebody else out there that feels the way I feel in their family, and it makes me feel alone. And on top of that, just to be honest, I don't really have friends. I have like 2 friends, but they live far. One friend is the friend I mentioned earlier. The other friend in Georgia, but when I was in Georgia, like we kind of barely talked. So I don't really, other than that, I don't really even have friends. And it's like, that's another video, but I'm in this new season where it's so funny because it's not, moving to this new state is not like I'm starting from scratch. I'm gonna keep it real because when I was in Georgia, I didn't have much anyway. I didn't have, I'm just being real. Like, this is somebody else's story too, right? I know. When I was in Georgia, it's not like I had a lot of friends, you know? We have our car and our apartment, but it's not like I had a house and I was giving up stuff. Like literally, it was the only thing I was giving up was leaving my family. But I can still call, but some people don't even want to do that. But that's fine. So yeah, guys, being here is so peaceful for me. It's so peaceful. I feel so happy. I feel so. I'm excited because I'm ready to start a community now. I'm ready to start. I want to do the Friendsgivings. Like I'm ready for. I'm able to have friends. My daughter, my son. Everybody have friends. I'm ready for that. And I mean that just wasn't happening in Georgia, and that's not why we left. But yeah. I think this is the end of the video. I guess this is just my diary for real. My outlet, because I don't have anybody in my life other than my husband that I can be completely vulnerable with, okay? Without them judging, And I may get judged on here too, but that's fine because I don't know everyone, but, or anyone, right? But that I can be 100% completely vulnerable with. I don't think that my family would ever see this video, but if they would, I just want them to know this is my promised land where I'm at. I'm the happiest that I've ever been in my life here. That is the God, honest truth. I've lived in different states. This is the happiest that I've ever been. This is home. This is my forever home. I'm not coming back to Georgia. You can't make me go back. Me and my husband went back twice already, and it just wasn't working. Just like, Georgia's too expensive, guys. It used to not be that way. When I first moved down there when I was a kid, because I'm from Ohio, when I first moved down there when I was a kid, it used to not be that way. Georgia's too expensive now, okay? Georgia used to be the place where you can go to and everything was inexpensive, everything was awesome. Not anymore. It might as well be a New York with trees, how expensive that is. But I'm gonna edit this video. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video. I'm just gonna rewatch it and see. But yeah, I hope I make sense. And I really hope you have a